In today's tutorial, I am going to be teaching you guys the easiest way on how to cut and sew this smoke waist peplum top. The pictures on the screen is the dress inspiration, and this is the one I recreated for myself. You can see how beautiful the top is looking, and you can make use of any fabric of your choice. And also, I already have a tutorial on how to make this handkerchief skirt. The tutorial is already on my channel. In case you've not seen it, go ahead and watch it. So I'm going to be making use of 2 yards of crepe fabric. I will go ahead and fold the crepe material into two like this. Then I will iron it for a smoother look. So as you can see, it is folded into two. I will mark a straight line at the top. This line is going to be serving as a starting line or shoulder line. So from the shoulder line, I will mark my chest line. I'll place my tape like this and mark 9 inches. That is the measurement of my chest line. I will mark my under bust 40 inches. I marked my waistline here, but it is not needed. So I'll mark the full length of the top. For the full length, I think I make use of 24 inches. Then I will mark 1 inch for folding allowance. I will place my tape on this underside and repeat the same measurements. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. I'll connect the other bust. I will ignore the waistline. It is not needed. I will connect the full length of the top and the folding allowance. This is the shoulder line. This is the chest line, the under bust line, the top length, and the journey allowance. I will place my tape on the shoulder line. I will mark the wideness of the neckline. I will mark 3.5 inches, while for the depth, I will mark 4.5 inches. So I want to make use of round neckline for this dress. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together. You can make use of any neckline of your choice if you want to. So I'll place my tape on the shoulder line. I will mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Now this top has a continuation sleeve. So from the 8 inches I just mark, I will mark the full length of the sleeve. I will mark 10 inches for the full length. Then I will use the remaining one for folding allowance. Please pay attention to this part. I am going to divide the biggest part of my body by 4 and mark it on the chest line. The biggest part of my body is my hip measurement, which is about 48 inches, while my bust measurement is 44 inches. I will divide it by 4, which is going to give me 12 inches. I will mark it on the chest line. Then I will add 1 inch for journey allowance. If the biggest part of your own body is your bust measurement, then divide it by 4 and mark it and add 1 inch for journey allowance. Then I will repeat the same measurements on the hemline, okay? So after marking it, I will connect the points together like this. I will mark a straight line. After marking it, I will place my tape on the shoulder. I will come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. I will mark my shoulder slope like this from the neck width to the 1 inch I came down with. Now from the shoulder, I am going to mark 10 inches for the opening of the sleeve. I don't want it to be too tight, so I will also come to this part here and mark that same 10 inches. I will connect a straight line, then I will curve this part like this. There's no special measurement for this curve, just curve it in. So I'll go ahead and cut it out just like as you can see me doing. After cutting it out, I will place it on the remaining part of the fabric like this. So I'm going to iron it well and also cut out another one. So first of all, pin it together because I need to cut out both the back and the front at the same time. I hope you guys understand. So one part is going to be serving for the back and the other part is going to be serving for the front. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. After cutting it, I will cut the side. Then I will cut the neckline. I'm not going to be adding zip to this dress, so I will use the same neckline for the front and the back. While cutting it, I added ½ inch for journey allowance and I did the same thing for the shoulder. You can see that I did not cut through the exact line that I marked. Then I'll go ahead and mark out the necessary line on the back part. Okay, then I will open up the fabric like this. I will measure from the shoulder to what I have around the under bust. I will repeat it here and mark it. There at the side, I will measure the total measurement that I have. Then I also repeat it on this other side and connect the point. Guys, I just realized that my camera stopped recording, though I've gone ahead to extend the under bust line to this other side. So I'm going to explain the line at the down. From this journey allowance I added from that line, I went up by 3 inches, okay? Because we know we are going to be smoking it around the waistline. So I went up by 3 inches. Then I went ahead to mark a straight line to this other side. In fact, let me mark the 1 inch journey allowance at this other side as well. Then I'll connect the points together. I believe with this you guys understand. Now this is the part we are going to be smoking, this center part. I will not be smoking the down part. So from the under bust line, I am going to be marking half inch, which is 0.5 inch. I'll be marking it downwards, half inch. Okay, this line I mark is the part we are going to be smoking. So after marking it, I will also come to this other side and repeat the same measurement. I will mark half inch, half inch, half inch, half inch till I get to the other line. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together using my long roller like this. So you're also going to be connecting all the points together. If you don't want to mark the lines, you can just go ahead and smoke on it like that. But because I'm going to be using elastic band, I'm going to be marking it so that I will know where to sew on. So if you don't want to mark it, you just want to use whatever you want to use, you can use it. Okay, like if you want to sew on it like that, you can do it, but marking it will make it very easier. So I'm going to be using this elastic band to smoke the waistline of my dress. Now if you also have stretching thread, you can use it too. So for me, I don't have stretching thread. I'm going to be using this elastic. It is also going to give you the same results. So I'm going to place it on this line here, which is the first line. I will double stitch on it. So as I'm sewing it, I'll be stretching out the elastic. Can you see how I'm stretching it? I will stretch it very well, like almost to the end. I will stretch it to the end, like, but it's not stretching again. So you just have to be careful with this. I will sew it to the hem, to the other side. After sewing it, I will go ahead and place it on the second line. I will double stitch on it. Then I will start stretching it out to the end and sew on it. Now if you want to use elastic, I think you should mark 1 inch interval instead of half inch. Okay, mark 1 inch interval to still give you the same thing, or mark 0.75 inches interval instead of half inch. But if you want to use elastic thread to sew on it, then mark a half inch. So that is what I will suggest. So as you can see, I'll go ahead and sew on the third line. I will stretch out my elastic. I'll be stretching it very well. Though I did not sew on all the line, I was giving it a little space though. Like I was giving, that is why I'm able suggested that you should use 0.75 inch space interval or 1 inch space interval, so that because it's still going to give you the same results at the end of the day. So this is just me sewing it. Please, if you know you have watched to this extent and you've not liked this video, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe in case you've not subscribed. So I've gone ahead to sew it. You can see how beautiful this is looking already. So this is stretchy very well, as you can see. So what I want to do now is to cut out lining to lining the neck. You can see how I curve it kind of. So I'll go ahead and cut out 1 inch bias for the turning of the neckline. So I'll go ahead and turn the neckline. I decided to curve it so that to give it that curving effect. So I've gone ahead to turn it, as you can see, both the back and the front. So I'm going to be placing the two together, right side facing each other. I will pin the shoulders together like this. So after pinning the shoulders together, I will take it to the sewing machine. I will stitch it with half inch and stitch the other side with half inch. So after sewing it, I will go ahead and open up the dress. I will fold the hem with half inch and further go ahead and fold it with half inch. So I will stitch it. So I've gone ahead to stitch the two sides, as you can see. So I'm going to fold the dress into two now. I will go ahead and pin the sides together. So take your time and pin the sides. So after pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine and sew it down with the journey allowance I added. So the journey allowance I added was about 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and stitch it down with that 1 inch. So once I'm done stitching it, I'll go ahead and fold the hem with half inch and further go ahead and fold it with half inch. After sewing it round, I'll go ahead and iron the dress. And guys, after I was just sewing it, this is how it looked like on my body. You can see how beautiful this is looking. If this tutorial was helpful, please go ahead and like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of cutting tutorials. Bye.